basically um, a small, you know, just a small tidbit of what this website is talking about. As you can see, Fight Back How to Build Evidence of Organized Gang Stalking for a Civil Lawsuit, October 18, 2017. Eric Kallstrom, 11 comments. Research and data about organized stalking, gang stalking, multiple stalking, community mobbing, and community policing. It says from research organized gang stalking dot wordpress.com. What is organized gang stalking? So let's just read this passage. Most educated accounts um, indicate the NSA massive wiretapping scheme and law enforcement intelligence units, LEIUs, and organizations like Stratfor or any number of other DHS private contractors and conspirators who pass illegally obtained information to local police, who pass that information to cowards and subverts of constitutional due process. It's called community policing, quote unquote. And it is an endless make work project that drains tax dollars. Each community is different, so your personal stalking might include Mormons and LDS Church, Catholic, Jewish cults, and other sects, academics, feminists, and their associated cultists, SJWs, crybullies, and multiple cultures who get federal dollars from hoaxes, lies, and the manipulation of DV stats. Christians and others who want to enforce conformity or cause superstitious fears, and especially political parties fueled by the neocon cult mentality. Now, see that I don't know nothing about any of that. You know, it's certainly not an interest or wasn't an interest to me until recently when I start reading other sites that also have this or similar information. Being tracing, it says, begin tracing your stalkers here. Arm yourselves with a camera and blog it live. Start your legal search here because these are primarily civil conspiracies against your rights. So document everything and especially take names. Avoid all talk of DEWs, face orbs, flat earth, and UFOs, the devil, and other disinformation about electronics, and stick to talk about wiretaps, fusion centers, and hidden database abuses with the FBI and Infraguard as the political spying nexus that has stolen our data and enabled most targeted, personalized, and local illegal electronic surveillance. Um, See that right there? All that other stuff. I don't even know what a DEW is. What's a face orb? Flat Earth who? UFOs, okay. Can't that just be anything in the sky that's not identifiable? And then you have something called the devil. Okay, great. None of this is an interest to me. I don't get it, like I'm not talking about this stuff anyway. It's just like it's so many other things to concentrate on in everyday life, especially when you're trying to raise kids. Like, who has time for this? It says a guide for criminal defense lawyers and civil litigators in case of gang stalking. Fight back how to build evidence of organized gang stalking for a civil lawsuit. Actually, he says this is a tutorial. Will save you years of time and help you build a lawsuit. Gang stalking is real and it is an unchecked, undemocratic method of social control through coercion waged by unscrupulous operators ranging from police and Masonic elements to security and private intelligence contractors. They operate as organized crime in the fashion of, what is this? Brown shirts using many illegal, unwarranted, unethical tactics. And their payoff is state, federal funding, cultural capital, job opportunities, real estate, etc. Sometimes they work alongside actual gangs and gang members, illegal aliens, and drug addicts, etc. Here is an excellent description of that works here. So, and I think in this is, if you can see this, in the fashion of fascist brown shirts. See, all this stuff is like extremely, to me, deep, like political. Like I don't get it. Like I thought you had to be like some type of what's this dude? I can't even think of his name right now. But y'all know the one that was like throwing feces on the walls and stuff like that. I thought you had to be like that for, you know, these things to take interest, but I guess they do whatever they need to do in order to just be doing something. You know, it's always about money, right? So it says in 2008, the ACLU said that if the federal government announced it was creating a new domestic intelligence agency made up of over 800,000 operatives dispersed throughout every American city and town, filing reports on even the most common everyday behaviors, Americans would revolt. But this is exactly what the government and community policing elements such as InfraGard and various NGOs are doing, using the DHS and the FBI and backdoor NSA searches, using 77 fusion centers to wage a hidden domestic war on the constitutionally guaranteed rights of privacy, free speech, association, and assembly. Like, what does this have to do with just living your life? No, don't get me wrong. I get it. Free speech, constitutional rights, all that good stuff. But how do you put somebody in something that shouldn't even be in anything? Shouldn't even be on the radar? You know, if you are part of if you are part of policing, right? What are you policing for? People doing right? You policing for law-abiding citizens? You policing for mothers raising children, and that's their focus? What are you policing for? Is this something that you just making up so you can have something to do? Like I don't get it. Like what's the whole point of all the gang stalking? It's just way weird. And it says quick fixes to your suspicions of gang stalking problem, blah blah skippy whatever. Y'all can, check out the website is gangstalkingmindcontrolcodes.com. So there's that. But he goes on to say some other things about the different people and law enforcement, city officials and their relatives, former military colleagues, and those who worked DVICE or DVIC, DVIC or CVE programs, social workers, counselors, psychologists, etc. are the most likely sources of your problems. So do your research on them, hunt them down like animals in a database, blase, skippy, whatever. There you go. So yeah.